This is a somber anniversary for one family. 30 years ago today, their daughter's body was found in a field outside of Culpeper.
Alisia Showalter Reynolds had become the victim of a person dubbed the 29 Stalker. ABC 13's Noreen Turin investigates the case that had women up and down the 29 corridor on edge.
And I was among them, Pat. The suspect got that moniker after multiple women came forward with the same story that witnesses say happened to Alisia along Route 29. But after all this time, 3 decades, her parents are still waiting to hear who he is and why he killed their daughter. Hundreds of thousands of cars have driven on Route 29 since 1996. Many unaware of the evil that took place here just outside Culpeper 30 years ago. Can you tell me about your daughter?
Well, she was, excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, she was the oldest of our children. She was the firstborn.
But she was one of twins.
She was a twin.
So she had a twin brother, Patrick. And boy, I don't know why it's so hard. I didn't expect this.
It's been 30 painful years for Harley and Sadie Showalter. Their daughter, Alisia, was full of life, outgoing, active in sports, working on her PhD at Johns Hopkins with her husband by her side. All things hard for her family to talk about without choking up.
You never know what's going to trigger it.
I totally know.
Yeah, yeah.
So she's supposed to come meet you for shopping.
Yeah.
March 2nd, 1996. Alisia and her mom, Sadie, planned to meet at the mall in Charlottesville. Sadie was driving from her home in Harrisonburg. Alisia was coming from Baltimore.
I got there and I went into what's now Belk and went into the petite department because that's usually where we would both meet. And there was no Alisia. And I looked around and so I walked around some more. And then I went out to sit outside the main store and I would just watch up 29 to see if I could see her car coming.
She waited for almost an hour, but no Alisia. She called Alisia's husband in Baltimore and eventually headed back home while he called around to police.
I was going on 29, and when I got where I was going to turn on 33, I thought, you know, I could just keep going straight up towards Culpeper. But I also knew I probably wouldn't go far enough to, you know, what would I find? So on the way home, that was a hard drive.
As soon as she got home, she started calling friends for help and support. They also reached out to state police. Eventually, their phone rang.
About 4 o'clock or so, we knew that her car had been found, but no Alisia. So then from there on, we knew that she was missing somewhere.
Harley and Sadie Showalter felt helpless, having no idea where to even begin to search for her. Where do you go?
Nobody would have thought.
Oh, there's all kinds of places.
Nobody would have thought to go to a clear-cut property and, you know, in the middle of nowhere, and find her body in a shallow grave.
The middle of nowhere was Lignum, about 15 miles east of Culpeper, on a property owned by a paper company.
There was some sort of a care facility nearby, and a person that was employed there saw buzzards circling, and he got curious about what they were after. And he discovered her body.
The 25-year-old was found dead more than 2 months after she vanished.
The 9.5 weeks, that's what was really hard, not knowing where she was, you know.
State police got leads right off the bat. Witnesses reported seeing Alisia on the side of the road with a man with a pickup truck and her car's hood open. Then, nearly 24 women told police a man in a pickup with a similar description also tried to pull them over on and off 29, claiming something was wrong with their car. The Showalters have a box full of clippings they've saved, a record of the months and years that have gone by with no answers. There have been a few promising developments in the years that followed. At one point, police believed a man named Darrell Rice was the 29 stalker due to his involvement in 2 other abduction cases. They eventually backed off that claim. Soon after, Rice was struck and killed on a bicycle.
There was another person that I thought for a long time, and I am still not quite sure, that may have been involved, and that was a Ivanitz.
That's suspected serial rapist and killer Richard Ivanitz. In August of 2002, investigators announced DNA linked him to the high-profile Spotsylvania County murders of Sophia Silva, the same year as Alisia's murder, as well as the Lisk sisters a year later. When Ivanitz reportedly called his sister and told her he'd committed more crimes than he could remember, she called police. He committed suicide as they were zeroing in on him for the abduction and rape of a South Carolina girl. At that time, police said they had not yet found evidence to connect him to Alisia's murder. It's unclear if either of them remain a possibility in Alisia's case. The special agent with state police would not discuss the case with me.
Your hopes.
The Showalters are just hoping they get answers before it's too late.
We're senior citizens. It would be nice before we pass to have some resolution, to know what some of the facts
well,
are.
Who did it? You
Yeah.
want to know who did it. But you know, at this point, I don't have to have a trial. I just want to know that they found the person that did it. You know, whether he's dead or alive.
Yeah, that they've solved the case.
Right, to solve it.
Gosh, you really feel for them. State police did put out a statement about Alisia's case on this 30th anniversary, asking for tips, even old tips that you might have reported previously, as they continue to reinvestigate what happened here. The Showalters are hopeful newer technology and techniques available today may uncover something previous investigators just couldn't find.